Shalom. Shalom, Yeshua. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rechakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakatham to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. It's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch, and in this quick lesson, just gonna get into everything will change when the righteous is in rulership. You know, everything will change, and meaning for the better. Yeah, everything's gonna change for the better when the righteous is in rulership, man. Right? Because we're seeing what it looks like when the wicked's in rulership. You know, food is all jacked up, air is jacked up, water jacked, like literally everything is jacked up. Do as thou wilt, spirit, right? You know, just do whatever the fuck you want here, man. Yeah, just do whatever the fuck you want here, man. You know, this shit just completely fucked up, ultimately. Right? And then that's all due to Esau, Edom, being in rulership, man. The base of all man in rulership. That's why everything is so jacked up. Right? And the Lord is showing us what it looks like when a kingdom is ruled in wickedness, man. Right? Showing us exactly what it looked like when the kingdom is ruled in wickedness, man. It's just, everything is just, you know, it's just straight confusion here. You know? That's what the word Babylon goes into, man. Confusion. Just straight confusion here, man. Don't know whether a woman is really a man or not. The fact you got to question that, right? Dudes wearing dresses, girls wearing man clothing, you know, looking like studs, right? Just straight confusion here, man. Then on top of all that, man, you got the one that's running the show just don't give a damn about nobody. What was that, Sirach 14:4, 5? Right there. You know, he that is even to himself, to whom you'll be good. Bro, like that's what we dealing with, man. Right? You can see that the Lord has created this, you know, this devil, which, you know, just going to deceiver. That's what he is, a master deceiver. Esau, Edom, so-called white man, really the red man. You can see that, like, man, he don't know what the fuck he's doing. And he needs to be taken out of the way. The scriptures goes into that red horse that took peace from the earth. He's that red horse. He's that red horse that took peace from the earth. But I'm going to go ahead and get Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Right? So when the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice. You know, and I do this all the time. You know, when I read people, I think of all of creation. Because guess what? When the righteous is in authority, all of creation is going to be rejoicing. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Hell, all of creation mourning. Right? The fact that animals beach themselves lets you know what kind of kingdom we're in. Animals basically, you know, commit suicide. Right? I remember I seen this like some years ago, but the fact that I seen it, and I was like, are you serious? And, you know, and that's before AI was like, where is it now, too? So, you know, that's when AI wasn't really like just out there like that on the level it is. Like, I remember seeing a horse just standing on the train tracks. It was a video just standing there. He said, like, just like, fuck this. Train ran him, like honking, you know, ran him over. I was like, oh my gosh. You got a horse, you know, horse offing himself? It's like, bro, that lets you know what kind of kingdom we living in, man. Everything, all the creation is groaning under this devil. Because he's fucking up everything. That's why, hey, Matthew 24, man. That's why Yahweh shall shine. That's why Yahweh Shim Yahweh shine. had to shorten his days these days, man. Right? Because if he didn't, bro, this devil will destroy everything. Because all he's pushing forth is death. He's not pushing forth life. He's pushing forth nothing but death. And only death. You know? So it's like, dang, man, like, and if death continue to be pushed on long enough, then everything is gonna die. Everything's gonna be destroyed. So it's like, that's why Lord had to shorten up the days, because Lord, like, man, I gotta get my man out of here. I'm gonna have to, because if I keep letting this go on, even 100+ years, 1,000 years, like some people like to say, dude, we wouldn't even make it that far for real. The way Esau doing shit, we would not make it that far. You know? But I'm gonna go ahead and get this right here. Dang it. This is Romans chapter 8. And oh yeah, 8 and 19. Here it goes. It says, Romans chapter 8 verse 19 says, for the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God. Right? Who are the sons of God, man? The Israelites. They are the sons of God. Before we was known as Israelites, we was called sons of God. Right? So, you know, the creatures, right, wait for the manifestation of the sons. Man, ultimately waiting for Jake to be in rulership, let alone being in rulership the right way, like with the right frame of mind, right? Because there's times where we, have power, but, guess what? We in the flesh, so guess what? We go off and we lose it. We get overcame again. We get taken over and over and over, right? So ultimately we have to wait until Yahushua gets back, so that we'll be changed. So that we will be changed, right? New bodies that don't go off, bodies that don't sin, you don't even get a thought about it. You don't even got to deal with Satan like we do now. You ain't got to deal with all that. Ain't no fighting really. It's just your spirit and your body is one, instead of at odds against each other all the time. Literally goes into the previous chapter, which is like Romans 7. So yeah, man, just when the righteous, when the elect, when they're in rule, bro, everything's gonna change for the better, because what they're gonna be pushing forth the law, statutes, and commandments 100%. As Sirach 19 and 19 goes into, man. Right? Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and get it. It ain't gonna hurt. Let me go ahead and get it. This is Sirach chapter 9. No, not 9. Dang it. Literally just slipped my mind. That is Satan, bro. Damn it. Now I gotta. Oh, my bad. Here it goes. All right, Sirach chapter 19 and 19 says, the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that are pleasing, that please him, shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. So, yeah, man. So, knowledge of the commandments is the doctrine of life. Doctrine goes into sayings or teachings of life. So, Allah saying, and once the righteous are in rulership, what you think they're going to be pushing forward? The law, statutes, and commandments, 100%. And guess what? The Israelites, they're going to be able to keep it, because they're going to be in a glorified body. Now, these heathens, they'll come around. But guess what? They still in the bodies, meaning they're still prone to go off. Eventually, even when they do get it, they still prone to go off. The difference with us, we're not gonna go off anymore when Yahweh Shai gets back and take over this damn place. You know. But we continue on. We get Isaiah the second chapter. This is Isaiah chapter 2, and I'm starting at verse 2, and it says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow onto it. In other words, man, it's gonna come a time when Yahweh, when the Israelites are gonna be pretty much put on top of all these nations, governments, because those mountains go to governments, right? We're gonna be put on top of everybody, top dog, pretty much. That's only gonna happen when Yahweh Shai comes back. Read verse 3. Says, and many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. Right? So in other words, man, all the nations gonna be flowing to us with gifts, right? Trying to learn the ways of Yahweh Bashem Shai. Because guess what? They're gonna be seeing the benefits of, like, dang, like when you live like this, like look how much better everything is. If anything, he's gonna be like, why the hell we was in cahoots with Esau? It's like Esau was fucking up everything, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all part of prophecy, right? It's all part of prophecy. But yeah, that 1,000 years of us, fucking y'all up, y'all gonna have to enjoy that. Especially you Edomites, y'all gonna get it the worst. The heathens, y'all gonna get it because y'all was in cahoots with Esau. Y'all took part in our downfall as well. So yeah, we finna have a lot of fun. But yeah, man, they're gonna want to know our ways anyways, because they're gonna see the perks, what comes out of keeping the law, statutes, commandments 100%, and how like everything begins to flourish because we're gonna elect the Israelites. We're gonna be pushing forth life. Ultimately, we're gonna be pushing forth life to its fullest, right? Because that's all the Lord. Anything that's opposite of the Lord is death. So if we're gonna be in unison with Yahweh Bashem Shai, being in the new bodies, guess what? We ain't gonna be doing nothing but pushing forth life. Everything is gonna be solved. Everything. It's not gonna be constant problems, war talks, none of that like it is here with Esau and rule, right? But that's only gonna happen when the righteous are in rulership, man. And that's what we waiting on, man. That's what we looking forward to, man. That Yahweh comes back and save his people so the righteous can rule. Ultimately, that's what we're looking forward to, man. But anyways, Lord willing, y'all was edified. I want to end it all by saying, Kal Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. And until next time, I say, Shalom, Yeshua.